After 60, muscle decline accelerates and can quietly steal strength, balance, and independence, but it doesn't have to be inevitable. First, I'll show 5 everyday fruits that seniors use to slow muscle loss naturally, why they work, and exactly how to add them into your routine without a complicated diet. Berries, blue, black and strawberries are loaded with anthocyanins and antioxidants that reduce inflammation and protect muscle cells, making recovery faster after a walk or strength session. Bananas, a perfect pre- or post-walk snack. Potassium, quick carbs, and vitamin B6 support muscle contractions and refill energy stores. Tart cherries, research shows they cut exercise soreness and inflammation, helping older adults bounce back sooner and stay active. Pomegranate, polyphenol and natural nitrates improve blood flow and endurance, which means muscles get more oxygen and nutrients during movement. Avocado, rich in healthy fats, magnesium and vitamin E to support muscle cell membranes and help absorb fat-soluble nutrients that aid repair. Put them together with a little protein and twice-weekly resistance work and you've got a powerful, practical plan to preserve strength. Think berry yogurt breakfasts, banana and nut butter pre-walk fuel, a splash of tart cherry juice after activity, pomegranate on salads, and avocado with eggs, small habits that add up fast. Stay with me to get exact portion recommendations, a 60-second smoothie you can make today, and one simple daily habit that beats the "first will start tomorrow" trap, plus the safety note you should check with your doctor if you're on medications. Keep watching and first will walk you through it step by step. 1. The surprising link between fruit nutrients and muscle protein synthesis. As people age, muscles respond less efficiently to feeding and exercise, a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance, and that blunted muscle protein synthesis is a central reason strength and mobility decline. Fruits are often dismissed as snacks, but they contain specific nutrients and bioactive compounds that address key bottlenecks in the muscle-building process: inflammation, oxidative stress, micronutrient deficits, and impaired nutrient signaling. These pathways don't directly replace protein, but they create a biochemical environment where muscle protein synthesis, MPS, can operate more effectively. Chronic low-level inflammation and oxidative damage interfere with mTOR signaling and insulin sensitivity, both critical for MPS. Polyphenol, the pigments and antioxidants abundant in berries, cherries, and pomegranates, help tame that inflammation. For example, tart cherries and blueberry-rich meals have been associated in research with reduced exercise-induced muscle soreness and markers of oxidative stress, which translates into faster recovery and a greater anabolic response to subsequent training. Anthocyanins and other flavonoids act as modulators. They don't build muscle themselves, but by lowering cellular stress they make anabolic signals from dietary protein and resistance exercise more effective. Micronutrients in fruit also play targeted roles. Vitamin C, plentiful in kiwi, oranges, and strawberries, is essential for collagen synthesis and helps maintain the extracellular matrix that supports muscle fibers. Healthier connective tissue improves force transmission and recovery after micro damage. Potassium, high in bananas and avocados, supports muscle contraction and cellular hydration, influencing the metabolic environment required for efficient glycogen restoration and protein turnover. Magnesium, present in avocados and some dried fruits, is a cofactor for ATP-dependent reactions, including those involved in protein synthesis and muscle relaxation. None of these nutrients substitute for amino acids, but combined they reinforce the machinery that converts those amino acids into new muscle. Practical integration is straightforward and powerful. Pair a protein source rich in leucine, such as whey, dairy, or soy, with antioxidant-rich fruit to pair the anabolic trigger with an anti-inflammatory, mitochondria-friendly matrix. A simple example is Greek yogurt topped with mixed berries or a banana blended with protein powder and spinach. Use tart cherry or pomegranate juice as part of post-exercise recovery when soreness or inflammation is pronounced. Whole fruit is often preferable for fiber, but concentrated forms can be convenient immediately after a workout. Avocado slices added to an egg and salmon plate provide monounsaturated fats that aid absorption of fat-soluble nutrients and contribute calories for those who struggle to eat enough to support anabolism. Actionable next steps: choose a variety of colorful fruits daily, prioritize pairing them with a high-quality protein within an hour after resistance exercise, and focus on whole fruits to maximize fiber and satiety. Small changes: adding berries to breakfast, a banana to a recovery shake, or avocado to a lunch salad, compound over weeks and help shift the internal environment from one that resists muscle building to one that supports it. For personalized targets and to address medical conditions or medications, consult a dietitian or healthcare provider so fruit choices reinforce, rather than conflict with, other aspects of health. 2. Kiwis, the secret to better protein digestion and recovery. Protein becomes harder to extract and use as we age, stomach acid declines, digestive enzyme production wanes, and that means fewer amino acids reach the bloodstream to support muscle repair. The result is slower recovery after activity and a greater risk of muscle loss even when seniors are eating enough protein. This digestion bottleneck is a common, but under-recognized, contributor to sarcopenia and to persistent post-meal fullness or bloating in older adults. One simple food that addresses this problem directly is kiwi fruit. It contains actinidin, a natural proteolytic enzyme that helps break large protein molecules into smaller peptides and amino acids. When kiwi fruit is eaten with or shortly before a protein-rich meal, actinidin starts working in the stomach to pre-digest some of the protein load, making it easier for the gut to absorb the building blocks your muscles need. At the same time, kiwi fruit delivers substantial vitamin C, which supports collagen synthesis and tissue repair, helpful for connective tissue as well as muscle recovery, and soluble fiber that aids regular digestion and gut transit. Practical examples make this usable. Pair a chopped kiwi with a serving of cottage cheese or Greek yogurt to enhance casein digestion overnight. Blend kiwi into a post-walk smoothie with whey or plant protein powder to speed peptide availability for repair, or add diced kiwi to a plate with grilled chicken or lean beef so the fruit's enzymes and acid help tenderize the meat and ease digestion. Kiwi fruit also works as a natural tenderizer in marinades. Use a little mashed kiwi briefly to soften tougher cuts before cooking, but avoid long marination times because the enzyme can over-soften meat textures. Start simply and monitor effects. Try one medium kiwi fruit with a protein-containing meal and note differences in post-meal comfort and recovery after activity. Watch for oral sensitivity or known allergies, and check with your healthcare provider if you're on multiple medications or have digestive disorders. For many seniors, adding kiwi is an easy, food-first strategy to boost protein digestion, improve nutrient availability, and support steadier recovery between workouts or daily activities. Small change, tangible benefit. 3. Apples and ursolic acid, how they help preserve muscle fibers. Muscle fibers gradually thin with age because the balance between protein synthesis and breakdown shifts toward loss. This biological shift is driven by reduced anabolic signaling and increased activity of atrophy pathways in muscle cells, so dietary factors that nudge those pathways back toward preservation can matter a great deal. One such compound is ursolic acid, a plant-derived triterpenoid concentrated in the skin of apples and present in several culinary herbs and fruits. Ursolic acid influences muscle biology on multiple fronts. Laboratory and animal studies demonstrate that it can enhance signals that promote muscle protein synthesis, pathways tied to IGF-1 and downstream growth signals, and simultaneously suppress genes that accelerate muscle wasting, such as the ubiquitin ligases commonly associated with atrophy. It also appears to improve muscle insulin sensitivity and reduce local inflammation, both of which support better nutrient uptake and repair in aging muscle. Translation to humans is still limited, but the mechanisms identified provide a plausible basis for real-world benefits when combined with sensible lifestyle measures. Practical implementation is straightforward and immediately actionable. Eat apples with the skin rather than peeling them. The peel contains the highest concentration of ursolic acid. Add whole apples to morning yogurt with a spoonful of nut butter, chop them into salads for lunch, or blend the peel into smoothies so you get the fiber and active compounds together. Culinary herbs such as rosemary, thyme, and basil contain smaller amounts of ursolic acid too. Use them liberally in cooking to complement apple-based strategies. Integration with other proven strategies is essential. Strength training and adequate dietary protein remain the pillars of muscle preservation. Ursolic acid is supportive, not a replacement. For example, pair a post-workout snack of Greek yogurt mixed with chopped apple skin and cinnamon to deliver protein, carbohydrate, and ursolic acid in one bite. If considering concentrated supplements marketed for muscle health, consult a clinician first. Safety and efficacy data for high-dose ursolic acid in older adults are still emerging, and product quality varies. Make a small change today. Prioritize whole apples with skins and combine them with regular resistance exercise and sufficient protein intake. That simple habit can add a modest but meaningful layer of protection for muscle fibers as you age. If you want personalized guidance on integrating food sources or evaluating supplements, speak with your healthcare provider or a registered dietitian. 4. Tart cherries, reducing inflammation and post-activity soreness. Chronic low-grade inflammation and lingering muscle soreness make it harder to stay active as we age, and that steady discomfort is one of the main reasons people cut back on the very exercise that preserves strength. Tart cherries contain concentrated polyphenol, especially anthocyanins, that act on inflammatory pathways and oxidative stress, helping blunt the cascade that follows muscle strain. As an expert, first point to the biochemistry. Those compounds modulate inflammatory enzymes and reduce markers associated with muscle damage, which is why researchers and athletes have taken notice. Practical trials and clinical reports show real-world benefit. People who consume Tart cherry products around bouts of exercise often report less post-activity soreness and quicker return to normal function. The effect is seen whether the cherries are taken as a juice, a concentrated beverage, frozen fruit, or a powdered extract. For seniors, that can translate into fewer stiff days after a long walk, a gardening session, or a light resistance workout, so the next day's activity is less likely to be skipped because of pain. Use is straightforward and adaptable to everyday life. Take a serving of Tart cherry juice or a measured concentrate as part of your post-activity routine, or fold frozen Tart cherries into a recovery smoothie with Greek yogurt for a protein-rich finish. Combining anti-inflammatory support from cherries with adequate protein and hydration amplifies recovery. The cherries help dial down inflammation while protein supplies the building blocks muscles need to repair. Swap a sweetened juice for an unsweetened concentrate if you're watching blood glucose, and try whole or frozen cherries stirred into oatmeal, yogurt, or cottage cheese for a lower sugar option that still delivers polyphenol. Safety and integration matter. Tart cherry products are generally well tolerated, but they do contain natural sugars, so monitor portions if you have diabetes or are managing calories. If you take medications or have complex medical issues, run it by your clinician before starting any new concentrated supplement. Start with a short trial period, incorporate Tart cherries around your most demanding activities for 2 weeks and track soreness, sleep quality, and how quickly you recover. If you notice less soreness and better consistency in your activity, keep it as a recovery habit and pair it with progressive strength work and adequate protein to help preserve muscle as you age. Try adding Tart cherries into one recovery meal this week and note the difference in how your muscles feel the next day. If recovery improves, make it part of the routine and discuss longer-term use with your healthcare provider. Small, consistent changes like this can help maintain activity, reduce pain, and protect muscle function over time. 5. Bananas and potassium, the key to preventing muscle cramping. Muscle cramps are a frequent complaint for older adults, and one of the simplest nutritional tools to fight them is also one of the most familiar: bananas. Packed with potassium, a mineral essential for proper nerve signaling and muscle contraction, a medium banana supplies several hundred milligrams of potassium, roughly 400 to 450 milligrams. That potassium helps maintain the electrical gradients across muscle cells so they contract and relax smoothly instead of spasming painfully. Aging changes fluid balance and kidney function, and many seniors take medications that shift electrolytes, so the risk of cramping rises. Diuretics, for example, can increase the loss of potassium through urine, while inadequate fluid intake concentrates electrolyte imbalances. The result is an overstimulated muscle cell that misfires. Adding a potassium-rich food like a banana can correct mild deficits and reduce the frequency of those sudden, tight cramps. Still, people with reduced kidney function or those on potassium-sparing medications must check with their clinician before increasing potassium intake, because too much can be dangerous. Make bananas practical and strategic. Eat one as a quick pre-evening walk snack to top up potassium before bedtime, when nocturnal cramps are common. Pair half a banana with a tablespoon of peanut butter or a cup of Greek yogurt after a walk or light strength session. This adds protein and slows carbohydrate absorption while supporting muscle repair. For variety, freeze slices for smoothies, mash a banana into oatmeal, or slice it onto whole grain toast with almond butter. Small changes like these are easy to sustain and fit into medication schedules and grocery shopping routines. Think in terms of patterns, not single servings. Use bananas as a regular, portable source of potassium alongside other foods, potatoes, beans, and leafy greens, to keep levels steady. Track symptoms for 2 weeks after adding a daily banana. Note cramp frequency, intensity, and timing. If cramps improve, you've likely addressed a common preventable trigger. If not, bring your observations to your healthcare provider so they can check electrolytes and review medications. Start with one practical swap today and consult your clinician about whether a banana day strategy is right for your health profile. 6. Citrus fruits, boosting collagen for muscle and tendon support. Vitamin C is essential for synthesizing collagen, the structural protein that keeps muscle fibers aligned and tendons strong enough to transfer force from muscle to bone. As we age, collagen production and quality decline, making tendons stiffer and muscles more prone to strain. This creates a real problem. Weaker connective tissue limits strength gains from exercise and increases recovery time after activity. Citrus fruits supply vitamin C in a bioavailable, tasty form, along with flavonoids that support vascular health and reduce inflammation, both important for muscle repair. At the biochemical level, vitamin C acts as a cofactor for prolyl and lysyl hydroxylase enzymes that hydroxylate proline and lysine residues in procollagen. Those hydroxylations stabilize the triple helix structure of collagen, helping fibers resist stretch and shear. Citrus also brings antioxidant power. By quenching oxidative stress in muscle tissue, it helps protect both muscle cells and the surrounding extracellular matrix from damage that accelerates atrophy. Hesperidin and naringenin, common citrus flavonoids, have been shown to support endothelial function and reduce inflammation, which indirectly helps nutrient delivery to muscle and tendon tissue. Practical choices matter. Whole fruits, navel oranges, tangerines, clementines, lemons and limes, deliver vitamin C plus fiber, which slows sugar absorption and supports gut health. A medium orange or a half grapefruit added to a meal is an easy serving. Use lemon or lime juice to brighten a post-workout protein shake, or toss grapefruit segments into a spinach and chicken salad to pair vitamin C with high-quality protein. The amino acids from protein and vitamin C together help the body assemble new collagen. Zest and peel contain concentrated flavonoids. Grate a bit of zest into yogurt or dressings to boost flavor and phytonutrients without extra sugar. Be mindful that juice concentrates calories and can spike blood sugar, so prioritize whole fruit for regular use. Integration into daily routine is straightforward and effective. Start by adding 1 citrus serving to breakfast or your post-exercise snack, and pair it with 20-40 grams of protein to maximize repair signals. Combine this dietary habit with progressive resistance exercises 2 to 3 times weekly. The collagen building stimulated by vitamin C is most useful when your body faces a mechanical demand to adapt. If you take prescription medications, check with your pharmacist about grapefruit. Its compounds can interact with several drugs, including some statins and calcium channel blockers. Aim to meet the recommended daily vitamin C intake, generally about 75-90 mg for most adults, through food first, and discuss supplements with your clinician only if dietary intake or blood tests indicate a need. Try this simple plan for a week. Add a medium orange to breakfast, squeeze lemon over grilled fish at lunch twice, and blend a lime and protein smoothie after 2 workouts. Track soreness, ease of movement, and recovery time. Small, consistent changes in diet combined with targeted exercise can preserve collagen quality and help keep muscles and tendons working together, so you stay stronger and more resilient as you age. Don't let age steal your strength. Muscle loss after 60 is real, but small, tasty changes can slow it down and keep you active. If you remember one thing from today, 5 fruits, bananas, berries, citrus, avocados, and cherries/pomegranate, can each play a role in protecting muscle by fueling workouts, reducing inflammation, and supporting repair. Bananas give quick energy and potassium to help muscles contract. Berries pack antioxidants that quiet damaging inflammation. Citrus fruits deliver vitamin C to support connective tissue and recovery. Avocados supply healthy fats that help nutrient absorption and steady energy. Tart cherries or pomegranate can ease soreness and improve blood flow after movement. Together they don't replace protein or exercise, but they amplify your efforts. Make it simple. Add a banana or berries to your morning oats, squeeze citrus into a salad dressing, blend avocado into a creamy post-walk smoothie with yogurt or protein powder, and enjoy tart cherry juice after stronger sessions. 1 fruit-focused swap a day is an easy habit that adds up. Pairing them with a protein source and gentle strength work is the most powerful combination. If you're ready to try this, comment which fruit you'll start with. Hit subscribe for practical recipes and a 10-minute senior strength routine I'll share next, and tap the like button so know you want more evidence-based tips. Let's keep you strong, independent, and enjoying every day.